Good afternoon, those of you here joining us on Speed Gaming. This is Speed Gaming 3, right?
No, this is Speed Gaming 2.
This is 2? Oh my gosh. We're bringing you some more Link to the Past randomizer action from this tournament live here in Herndon, Virginia at Speed Gaming Live. It's, we're going to try to match up to the barn burner we had over on Maine not too long ago, but we got two very talented runners that are going to give us a heck of a show. We have Drieky on one side and Jesse, or Radical Sniper 99, on the other.
And we're off.
And we are off right away. Leaf joining me here.
And with
nice Moon Pearl.
Good start. Good start.
That's a great start. And we do have mindless deer tracking for us.
Thank you, man.
Two different schools of thought right out the gate. We're going to do an uncle start for Drieky, and Jesse wants to see what's got Sahasrara. The winner of this game gets the winner of the game you guys just watched take place over on Speed Gaming. That heck of a match just concluded, so I'm not going to talk too much about it.
They played winner of the race from Speed Gaming. That's all we're going to say about it. Go watch that one later. Watch this one now.
See, Jesse played the play-in race.
That's
nice.
a bow.
That's
an East. Just go directly to Eastern
Palace.
Palace.
Oh, it's Saha. Come on, game. Guess we're just going to Eastern Palace. Oh, no.
Green Desert. I've noticed Green Desert a lot on this turn. Cane is one.
The red cane and the bow. Is this a Jets? It's a 5/6 crystal on Eastern Palace too. So that we're getting that Pyramid Fairy up and running early here, depending on where the other crystal is. All the bombs you could ever ask for right now.
Bombs.
So yeah, Jesse made the play-in race after beating Specs. You said?
Jesse tie broke past Specs to take the. This is.
Oh, it was a tiebreaker on the play-in. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then Drieky 5-0'd the group, a group where we did have a couple things go on, but of note, a big runner that they took down was TJ Maelstrom.
Yeah.
And TJ, the hot hand, you could say.
And going to Eastern Palace with Jesse. What are we gonna see? What do we want to see in here?
We're going to see Armor Knights. How about you don't want that there? Come on.
You want that there.
You want that there if you're in go mode.
I mean, you want that there anyways. That means that you have an easier chance of getting all 3 items.
I'm not going to say you don't want it there, but I'm going to say you don't want it there. Drieky with the more traditional. I'm going to go see what's on Lumberjack and then into Kakariko Village.
I mean, you have the starting boots. You get the option of you find 2 swords and a lamp, and all of a sudden it's on the table because you start with boots and can just get it easily.
I've had people tell me that they don't want to do the Lumberjack just because they have starting boots. I'm like,
you're right. You have had people tell you that. Hi.
That's fair. Yeah, winner of this game gets the winner that we saw over on SG not too long ago. So a lot at stake here. If you're not familiar with this year's tournament format, we are playing a hard item pool with a modification that silvers are available. The highest mail upgrade we'll see is blue mail. There are 2 bottles placed. They will come empty. There are 36 heart pieces, 2 heart containers in the Sank heart for a maximum possible of 14 hearts. And Temper Sword is the highest sword level you'll see. All 4 swords are placed. The 4th sword will be replaced with a green 20.
The other critical... Well, there's other changes in there. The other critical safety change I would like to mention is we'll find a small magic that can't turn to wild.
What does that mean, Leaf?
That is our half magic.
You're meaning to tell me 1 fire rod shot is half magic? That's a terrible trade.
Yep.
So far, Jesse not finding anything of dire importance in this Eastern Palace, but it's still one more dungeon we don't have to think about later. Especially if you're running around Dark World with no mirror. So you can't really combo Pod Eastern that way. Let's see what Kakariko has for us. There's that blue mail, so we have a shiny Dragonair.
So cute.
And a cape.
Well, there's nothing on Lumberjack I remember, so...
Cape could still mean something's on bumper later.
Or, you know, that's how we're getting to Tower from Dark World. I don't want that.
Oh, I don't want to think about that either. Lamp and a sword for access through Aghanim with nothing else to work with but the bow? Yikes. Oh, we're just going to go for the kill in this room. That's actually fair to try to get some resources from, get some information from these prize packs. We don't know who has what yet. And we're not going to find anything because nothing dropped anything. Hi, single arrow.
I think it's more that Jesse's trying to keep his health up going, ooh, that is a flute.
Oh, that's
pretty big.
And you see, he's happy to see that. Flute before Kakariko means fast travel is coming at us hot.
I think it's more that Jesse was trying to keep his health up because he's about to do this in the dark.
Oh yeah, this is the dark. I mean, you could do this with a bow.
Yes, but he doesn't want to do it on a heart and a
Straight
hand.
the front door. There's the Igor. Do we find out now that the rupee prize pack has shuffled over to bombs? So
Popos and bomb drops off Moldorms from Mini Moldorm Cave? That's pretty good.
yeah, Moldorm's Mini Moldorm Cave, Octoroks, rats. You know, I call it the rodent prize pack, honestly.
It's just in. Mini Moldorms are now rodents.
I mean, it's like a hairy snake of some sort.
Okay.
Does that not sound like a
That seems fine to me. Big money.
big bunny, no whammies?
My other favorite room is see done with only a bow, dealing with the giant pile of popos sitting in this room.
I'm going to hazard a guess. Jesse's going to pick up a little more arrow here.
This room is not easy to do with.
Oh, we have our first sword.
Swords.
Free early sword. Thanks, game.
Fantastic find.
We love a sword before going to South Shore.
I guess sword going before going pretty much anywhere.
We have a sword before going to. It's sort of a big deal.
That didn't take long for us to get pun out, did it?
Give us long enough, and we'll all be punished.
That's
Cat's yelling,
that-
oh my
wow.
goodness!
Look at
No,
his
that's
face.
crazy.
That was a
Oh,
fantastic
that
reaction.
is a route. That's gonna be hard to beat.
Oh yeah, no, that.
There's a lot of game left,
Oh,
but you've got
absolutely.
flute, hook shot, and a crystal under 6 minutes. Oh boy. Yeah,
Off to a good start.
Jesse's excited.
I mean, his face on that bookshot drop was fantastic.
Two swords. Okay, that's actually pretty solid. Jesse gonna go ahead and clean up the uncle and probably escape
We
with
might
the
see
bow.
escape clear with the bow and
Yeah.
hook shot because it's now completely free.
Yeah, we're gonna look at a stun prize if we decide to here in Secret Passage too.
Yes, we could. Yes.
We also had Kane here, so that's
Yeah.
Was this Kane here? No, I was
Kane
over
was
here.
Kane was on Uncle,
Yeah, no, Kane
or
was
Kane was
on.
on a Secret Passage
Kane's
chest,
on the lamp. You got,
which
that means Drieky has a cane. Oh, we're doing the split. Okay, I love this route. So Drieky's going to go ahead and have a gander at the Agina check.
and probably also on Desert Ledge. It's nice to get that visible information. Could be very important information to have.
It could be very expensive information to not need. Wow, $300.
I do love listening to this Pokemon soundtrack.
Do you have any idea who made this MSU?
I believe this one's super mysterious, and therefore I'm going to say it's Drieky.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
I think most. I point at the runner in person, and it points at the other screen.
All right.
Just because, camera mirror.
Agina escape with nothing. Well, $100 is not nothing, but
And
nothing is.
Here's our castle play from Rattle Sniper.
Yeah, and Drieky gonna follow suit and do castle because castle's there.
You have a sword.
You have two swords. Oh, they don't have. Oh, this could be
If you find
banking
a
on
lamp-
Dark World, which would be. With the hook shot, we have West Dark World access.
No, we do not.
Oh, we don't have a glove.
We need one of glove, flipper, or hammer.
So this actually could burn Drieky in a lot of different ways here.
I'm loving King Samaria, and you know that.
Samaria escape's one of the more fun, standard escapes to do. That's the second time today I've seen that vanilla.
It has to land somewhere.
I get it, but just put it in back of escape. Put it in Dark Cross. Put the map in Dark Cross. We're never worried about it.
I mean, I'm okay with this, but we do like seeing the gamble sometimes. As a runner, the gamble is fun.
You're not wrong. Okay, there was nothing in the front of escape. Jesse's gonna do Kakariko and get
Activated flute.
Activated flute. That's a big deal actually.
That flute is building up a pretty good lead so far.
He's gonna be able to do.
The longer Jesse has that flute over Drieky, the more time it builds up.
Well, he's got to activate it first. He's still
Yes.
gonna do all of his checks in CAC before he actually activates.
But he'll
the
be
flute.
able to flute to the mountain. He could easily flute to the mountain and clean up East of Mountain for some density.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I guess Drieky is going to save quit from here more than likely.
Almost definitely.
Since there's likelihood that the key is in Dark Cross right now. I mean,
The
Probably
likelihood is
didn't
about 1
want
in
to
4.
do a murder on the green guard there, but you know, sometimes he just gets in the way. Tier 2 tree pole is HP. We don't need that necessarily. Drieky now going to go to South Shore. Instead of the Dam to Agena split, we're now going to see MMC, probably Ice Rod Cave, and we can water walk to Zora if we so choose.
Yeah, we have the money for Zora, so it's not too bad. We get a second look at this lumberjack, and I still miss it for
Yeah,
some of those.
it was 20 rupees.
That's 20 bucks.
Yeah. We're not excited for Lumberjack. Right now, the only thing we'd be worried about Aghanim for would be
Dark World access.
proper Dark World access. And that's saying all when we have a lot of checks on the mountain yet. What if this is the other bow for Drieky?
That would be huge and lead Drieky over to the eastern sooner rather than later. But that is an Ether Medallion.
Some things that we're not going to be skipping include the Ether Medallion, some more bombs, a lamp.
Oh no.
You don't pull the trigger on this yet, though.
No, you don't.
You don't have anything you can do in Dark World once you get there.
You can do exactly the first check of pod.
I mean, they could do Mimic Clip.
I mean, they could.
Remember, this is bracket stage of a live tournament where we had a group round robin.
Yes, I'm just looking at it from a lot of perspectives, friend.
Right.
So.
I'm not saying it for you.
Yes, I believe both runners. I know Jesse can, and I believe Drieky can. I'm not sure if Drieky can on a borrowed keyboard.
Just going to remind you that I was the only member of our team that could not.
Yes.
And to this day, still have refused to learn Mimic Clip.
You also refused to learn the ledge spin.
I haven't refused to learn that. I asked you to show me that.
We can work on that later.
Tell you when you're older, sort of deal. Oh, is Drieky storing a water walk? Yes, they are.
They're storing it to go from Hobo.
I think they're storing it to go from Waterfall to Zora Ledge. Maybe it's from Hobo.
Nope, they're doing it.
Okay, that's fair, honestly. I mean, we don't know at what juncture we're going to need to go back to Zora region. It's a visible check that you can literally just bail on. Jesse gets my arrow. Okay. He's actually got the bow to shoot it with.
Yeah. Drieky's hoping to find another 20 rupee here somewhere in the next few checks to be able to buy Zora.
Well, that's not it. No, they're still storing it.
Wow.
So this is a stored water walk to do Zora Ledge if necessary.
That's pretty risky when you consider the fact that
It is a decision, I'll say that.
you have to remember, with the water walk store, you can't open the chests in the waterfall ferry because the stored one will be broken when you move laterally in any underworld screen. I was scared of that fireball. There's the 20s.
Okay, that'll fix the Zora problem. Not that Zora's really a problem, but we don't have the logical means to pay Zora, but we're going to do it anyway.
Our logic right now is go to Death Mountain.
Yes, but Drieky doesn't know that. What's that's the button net? We're not picking that up probably. I mean, they might still, but I don't think it'd be worth going out of your way for.
Yeah, I don't think you. What flips are right here? Would you go for it at that point?
And swim down, and we don't have it, which is fine. You don't need it. I would have just saved it, quite honestly.
I mean, if you think you got it.
Well, it's a good safety to have. You don't know if you need it or not. So this is probably going to be over to Eastern for Drieky. No?
No.
Oh,
lamp.
with the lamp, they're going
we're
straight
going.
up. It's an Agassiz probably, though. It depends on what Jesse sees on the mountain. Jesse's just going to clean up what Drieky just did.
I mean, I like the gamble. I like the gamble of just pulling the trigger. You've
We're going to go to
everything
Dark Cross
for it.
first. Okay, so this actually could be Key and Dark Cross for backup escape. That's probably what they're thinking about.
Because if it is key, you can go back and get what we now know is 3 items in back escape, if it is.
Right. But if it's not the key, then you are firmly glove locked out of 2 items.
Watch as it's a glove and Dark Cross.
I'll be mad if it's a glove and Dark Cross.
Why would you be mad at a glove and Dark Cross?
Because then Drieky's going to climb and go to Dark World. We know all the goods. Okay, you can't go. We're going to Death World? Yep, they're going to Dark World anyway. I don't know about leaving, at least leaving Sahasrara is a risky maneuver.
It is, but if there's nothing in the Dark World, that has to be next play. So,
I think here's the other problem, though. Even if you go to Dark World in this situation, you end up at a Bollock pod, you're going there anyway. It's not a short walk back to pod.
it isn't. It's shorter when you have the dwarf, though.
That's true.
You do have the pyramid warp after Aga. So,
All right, so Drieky on their way up Castle Tower. Jesse on his way up. Well, actually, this is
this
Ice
is
Rock Cave.
Ice Rock Cave
Still
first.
cleaning up the South Shore checks. But I'm waiting to see when Jesse pulls the trigger on the mountain.
He might be looking for a hammer or a mirror to try and do Tower of Hera at the
Just
same
sweeten the
trip.
deal, yeah.
Because it does, especially when they might not be the mirror. You don't like the concept of going back for Hera later. So,
I mean, at this point, Hera's a pendant. So you make the Hera checks with Spike Cave, Ether Tablet. If you don't go right away.
yeah. But then,
Jesse just straight up with the water walk, by the way.
yeah.
And we are going to say no to our friend at the bridge. So it cuts a little bit more time off again. A little short on money to pay Zora,
Yeah, he's
however.
going to be.
So he's
way
probably
short.
going to walk. He's going to run back out to Hobo.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing, by the way. That's not saying what that's actually going to be. He might get this information, see what the prize pack is, and then leave.
Regardless, he's not going to be getting Zora on this trip unless something drops him 20.
Right. So Zora is now isolated for Jesse until we see Catfish with a mirror or running out of checks for, I don't know, Ice Rod.
What's funny is Zora has the 20 he needs.
That's silly. You know what's not funny? Rupee count for Drieky.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
That is not good if you're thinking you need to go to pod. You know what else is not funny is the circle of pods. That guard is a jerk.
Always has been. It looks like this should be our mountain trip from Jesse. Nope, this
he's
is
gonna
our
clean up
Dina
Adina
trip.
first. Well, it's reasonable. It's a very quick flute in check. He's gonna get $100 and he's gonna be like, just wait for it. Meanwhile, we've got Aghanim on the left side of the screen. If you like to see the evil wizard perish, then swing your sword at only the bright-colored red and blue flashing energy balls. Do not swing at blue balls. Let them just disperse and go around you. Hopefully you get none of them. You might get up to 15. Just vibing over here.
Can you blame me?
And Mystery Dungeon's got his iconic soundtrack.
One.
Did not ask them to count blue balls.
2.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Jesse, rescuing old man. There's a lot of checks on this mountain. That's 8 checks on East Death Mountain, plus the 2 over here that are in logic, plus 1 visible. 2 visibles if you count the floating island.
Yeah, 12 checks of information.
Well, yeah. 2. I gave up counting
3.
after this morning's game. Well, I'll be mad if Hammer's on Pyramid Ledge.
Or glove.
I won't be mad about Glove. Glove's not going to do anything except 2 extra checks and other way to get to the mountain.
Yeah, we'll give extra checks.
But
But not the Drieky. It'll give 1 extra check on top because of Catfish.
Right. Drieky can't do much with Dark World access with what they currently have.
3, by the way.
Yeah. That's a boomerang.
I want it.
Why?
I want it.
Why? Because I want things.
I want this track.
Oh. And it's 10 arrows. Drakey's going to go and realize that they cannot. We're going to try the tree pole. It's tier 2. It's hearts. We knew that. Oh, no. Okay. I mean, Drakey's still going to go over. Is it worth their money at Saha or no?
No.
Okay.
Like a 20, I think.
Well, they're going to find out that Eastern is just a thing they can do anyway. And the hook shot is now Unless Jesse finds exactly 2 gloves or glove hammer, it's still an Agaseed, and that is something that Drieky has over Jesse right now.
That is a shovel.
That's a shovel. No, that's a dig TM. I'm wearing a Pokemon shirt, and we got a Pokemon soundtrack coming on.
And a Pokemon Sprite.
And Pokemon Sprite. And a Pokemon on their neck.
Parrot's Cave, did you mean Fetch Quest Cave?
Nothing, and nothing, and nothing, and more nothing.
Oh, there's $40 in Saw's Closet.
Okay, $40 can buy many peanuts. $40 can get us into Palace of Darkness with that bow that we just got. I'm feeling like this is going to end up being a wash. Like, Drieky's already done Castle Tower. So we confirmed based on the checks that we currently have available to us, Castle Tower is hard required now.
Absolutely right.
Because we would need exactly 2 things in 2 checks.
2 checks.
We only have this and the shovel. And the mushroom. Okay, we have 2 things and 3 checks. So there is a very, very strong possibility that Castle Tower is just hard required now.
Okay, I'll admit, you said 2 checks. I forgot we found the shovel or the mushroom, and I was like, how are we going to get 2 things out of Spiral Cave? And if we do, can we talk to Rick about it?
Leafy. Jesse's going to go ahead and just do that mushroom right now.
Can you blame him?
No. I'll be upset if this is a hammer, though.
It'd just be...
Oh, it's a glove.
There's back escape.
Yeah, that's he's going to do that immediately. That's also Zora, which, as we saw, he wasn't able to pay Zora just because just short. Doesn't matter for too much. Drieky's probably going to get that mushroom and do... I mean, you're not going to have anything else to do after Mountain. So if there's something back here that gives Jesse Dark World access, that's great.
If there's a glove or a hammer here, that's not great for Drieky, but it's pretty good for Jesse.
There's the key that we were expecting, a piece of heart. Uh-huh.
There's a shovel.
There's still a shovel. So what you're saying is there's a chance.
I mean, even if it is on the shovel, that's terrible. From a seed perspective, that is terrible, having to do all these fetch quests that you don't want to do anyways to avoid Aga.
Now, if you get shovel and mushroom, which one do you consider doing first?
We have a flute, correct?
Yeah, in this situation.
In this situation, you do the mushroom because the flute lets you do it quickly.
Why wouldn't you go to shovel then just flute to 2?
Why wouldn't you just do shovel? You can just flute from the mountain to 2. Walk out Spiral Cave.
True. Just flute to 4, then flute to 2. The shovel has less downside to turning in than the is that flute for Drieky? Oh, he they had that kind of look on their face.
Just a little bit.
Oh, here is the clincher here. All right, it is an Agaseed.
I was ready for it to be a different fetch quest, and I remembered that.
Hold up. Oh, watch out, Drieky.
I was ready for that to be like the book, just to keep extending the Agaseed counter.
Oh, there we go. It's fine. It's fine. It's mostly fine. Come back, feed.
I mean, they're going. I can play this pretty heavily by audio.
Yeah,
they're probably in the. Yeah, they're in Red Igors. Yeah, and here is the Armos Knights fight.
Just don't hug an arm. Although they're no longer beeping, so we're good. Come back, feed. There we go.
There we go.
It's back, yay! And the hook shot for Drieky. And it's gone. What? Okay. So we've confirmed it's still an Agaseed. Drieky might just... I don't know what Drieky's going to consider doing. With the bow, you probably consider pod or mountain. Maybe. The hook shot makes you think otherwise, though.
I do think we have... Yeah, I'm trying to play by audio where Drieky's going for a minute.
That's sank. So you're going to activate that flute.
You absolutely activate that flute.
What else would you do here?
It really is a treat to watch a high-level player do Castle Tower sometimes. You can see the work that's been put into Jesse's gameplay going through here.
Get the extra arrows there, because that's a good spot to farm arrows.
Yeah.
Fight the text they're working on it.
So Drieky rescuing the old man is what I'm hearing.
I've been given an update that the tech staff is working on it.
Okay.
So,
Just trying to make sure that we get that feedback up.
thanks to Falcon for the information from behind me. I do like that we've added the pronouns to the layout.
Yeah.
So. Alright, and tech support to the rescue.
We'll get you guys back. Drieky's feed in just a moment, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, you wouldn't have a live event without some kind of technical issue here and there, right?
Exactly.
Might just be the cable, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be a cable connection problem. Drieky is playing on a laptop keyboard. There could be something going on there.
Meanwhile, Jesse is enjoying the 3 blue ball bonanza with Ganon 1. And Jesse has a glove and a hook shot. Do you think we go to pod here?
Oh, absolutely not.
No, you're going West Dark World here.
You're going to probably do a loop of Dark World before you do that, because you might find a hammer in Hype Cave.
If you get the hammer in Hype Cave, you're just clearing pod. Now, we only have 1 pendant in the Dark World, and it could be pod. But it's not really likely to be, I think, based on what we've been given so far. There's also that situation. Sometimes you get an Aga seed and it ends up being the fastest seed you could ever play.
Yeah.
110 Aga seeds are not a myth. There it is.
Yeah, that sounds like Paradox Cave.
Yeah, so they're going to see probably Mushroom and
Shovel.
Shovel. And we saw Shovel was nothing but Mushroom as Glove, and Glove is kind of a big deal here.
We saw.
By the way,
we
that
have a
pendant is on Ice
Palace.
Palace, so
And that other red crystal was. Wow, he's fast at that.
I thought I saw. Did we see Thieves was red, or am I imagining that? Min, our tracker, is nodding yes.
Alright, Thieves. Red Crystal Thieves. And like I said, we're going north.
Red Crystal Thieves pendant on ice, and everything else is blue. And we're gonna do Catfish probably. You don't skip Catfish here.
I mean, yeah, you probably don't. It's pretty quick to get to from here. It's. The Agassiz are the one time when Catfish isn't terrible.
Catfish is always terrible.
Okay, Agassiz are the one time where Catfish is less terrible to get to.
That's not improving it by much. Catfish is still terrible. Oh.
We had it for Matt. We're going through Spiral Cave.
All right, so they're getting the last checks. I want to hear rather, because we're not going to see it unless it comes back up. We might actually have a situation where they do the same thing Jesse did and flute to 2. Yeah, they're walking out, and I hear a quick swap, so that's probably straight to the flute. Yeah, that's.
We're getting
teased by a single
that was
seconds
more,
of time.
That is a flute 4. That was 3 clicks of the flute.
Yep, so they're going to do exactly what I would have done. Do Shovel first, because you might want to hold on to the mushroom. But the mushroom's actually Drieky's last location right now, so. Well, unless they go into pod. Oh god, that would be painful.
Yeah, that sounds like the shovel screen. I'm actually impressed with how close I'm following this audio only.
And that's the flute, so we're going to 2. Nope, we're going back to 4. Yep.
They're going
through the
Dark
portal,
Lane to
they're
Dark
going
World.
to pod. Yep, that honestly, it's reasonable. I understand the choice.
Yeah.
We're going to ride that bow and hope the mushroom is nothing. The mushroom's a glove. That could end up being Drieky's mitts and actually be a good thing.
Could be. Or it could be nothing.
Because it could also be what you need to do. No, what?
It could be nothing in pod.
It could be nothing in pod, which is not good for Drieky. What I'm saying is that like the glove on Mushroom could be Drieky's mitts, and that could actually be a good thing,
Or a bad thing.
depending on how you look at it. Well, there are a lot of situations where mitts go mode is actually better than the alternative here.
And it never skips Skull Woods. That's happening right now.
We get the key in the first check of Skull Woods. Always happy to see that first key. You can just loop around the front. We would assume Drieky actually managed to get those extra 2 rupees they needed. 108 when we last saw them. Nice big key at Compass Chest.
Yeah, that's Kiki opening the door.
Yep.
So that money sound was Kiki opening the door. So we're about to go and past darkness, dash into the left.
You miss your ride, just spend the key, because you only need 1 key to do the back anyway. And you might get that key right here in the big chest, for all we know. Oh, okay, so I'm not the only player
Yeah,
who
see,
doesn't
not
ledge
everyone,
spin.
not everyone doesn't, not everyone's a ledge spinner.
I'll make sure to make note of that for after we have our conversation with them. Like, I don't want to just put on the spot, hey, do you want to join me for Ledge Spin Bootcamp?
I mean, does Jesse need it?
No. You can still up the game if you don't know. We'll have to see how Drieky reacts to what they see in Palace of Darkness here. Obviously, the bow means we can check everything except Helma. There you go, free key. So that means we have 2 items in the back. You saw that little shake of the head from Jesse. He's not happy to see that.
I mean, I don't think he got an item out of here.
No. We dove into Crystal Skull Woods, and both items are fire rod locked.
We didn't skip Skull Woods. Big Dunka lied to us. There was nothing here. Why am I putting Big Dunka on last?
Why are you putting Big Dunk on?
Because it's funny.
Explain, Dante. Goodness. That's a vanilla game. Stop
Yeah,
it.
that is in fact a vanilla
It's
300.
terrible. Well, at least we won't have any problems with money for the rest of the seed. Jesse still hasn't paid Zora, but I still feel like he did catfish. We're never going to Zora then. There's no situation which
That's not good for.
I mean, flippers would still get Drieky over to the
Or
side
hammer.
of the hammer. Yeah, hammer wouldn't get it. Yeah, hammer would actually. I stand corrected. Actually, sit corrected. I'm not good at standing, as you can see.
If we stood up, we would be out of frame.
I exist with the chair.
We are not standing up.
Just kidding. Ooh, that is a death warp, I assume, out of right side of pod.
I would hope so.
We have no hammer and no mirror, so that would be the thing to do. We got it. You gonna stay with us there, Fee?
Are we live?
We're live. Are Drieky live?
I would like to give a small golf clap like this to Speedgaming Live tech staff. Thank you to Speedgaming tech staff.
If you've been having fun with us all weekend here at Speed Gaming Live here in Herndon, Virginia, a live event that takes place this time, most years. Started doing this back in 2019. Obviously, the pandemic derailed it for a couple of years. Nice stun prize,
Stunned by the
by the way.
bones? Nice.
Yeah, you wouldn't have things going on with so many different hardware and streaming configurations without
That actually
things just getting really weird.
That helps get to that glove.
The powder, yes, because now we have every inclination to turn in the mushroom at our next Light World spawn.
We are taking Jeremiah for a run around the world.
Nice big key. So that's key for key in Harmless Hallway.
All right, so what do we find here?
Vanilla hammer.
Really?
Yes.
You're going to say that
I
to
did
my
that
face?
to your face. I said that right to your face, live on broadcast. And
How
actually,
long-
this could be a dungeon item here.
How long have you been waiting to say that to my face?
How many times have we seen a hammer in pod? Oh, it's a map. Okay, so unless we don't know what Drieky's gotten in pod yet, if anything. We do know Drieky's going back to the mountain, so this is probably the flute to mushroom turn in, and that would net us a
One glove.
yep, just one. Tell me how many times you've done that.
What? I mean, it's the delay on being able to turn it in when you land. It happens.
So we can confirm we don't have a hammer because we just quick swap past its slot. I don't believe we have any new medallions either.
We're just running over it to go.
Yep, this is
That
a
was a-
fake flipper to go ahead and do back of escape, because why waste a save and quit to spawn there?
I need to learn how visual lineup.
I had to learn how to one frame buffer anything. All right, we already know there's nothing back here. Drieky did go do Dark Cross for the piece of heart, so this is literally just key in 2 items. What do we got going on? We have Ether is required for Meyer. That is a dungeon we can full clear right now.
I don't like it.
Oh, wait, you don't like doing Master Sword Viddy?
Do you? We have a cave that's free.
Remember there was a point in time where I believe it was Zen Arcane and I both did a Fighter Sword Viddy on a cross keys race?
I remember that one.
That's a long time ago. Let's see. Drieky bit going back up the Dark World portal, probably going to follow Jesse's footsteps here.
Wasn't you?
I mean, you
It's
don't really
kind of
have
the only
another choice,
direction
do
we
you?
have
Yeah. We would, if we had something else to work with, we would know for sure.
I mean, it's not like I'd be allowed to go anywhere else. The rules do limit the tricks I can do. Probably for the better.
Yeah, no climbing up the mountain. You hear that? Don't fall up the mountain.
You are surrounded by glitch players. How do you feel?
Missing no.
Meanwhile, Sword being clear of Meyer 2,
With an arrow.
that nod just tells me that Jesse appreciated something there.
That's favorable Popo RNG, I think. But also the arrow landed on its target.
So,
So that was a clean Meyer 2 with a bow sword beam. Normally you want to do that with Fire Rod if you're not aiming to try to, we don't have Fire Rod, so no spooky, but if you're not aiming to try to save your altitude variable, you could do that with Samaria.
most people are trying to save that spooky altitude variable.
Yeah,
So-
I'm aware. That's why we don't have the Fire Rod, so in this case
That's
I might,
true.
Yeah. But you could find the Fire Rod in here, for all we know.
What are you going to suggest next? Flippers and Swamp Out? That's impossible, actually.
Spoken like a true glitch player. That's not impossible. At the book in the spike chest of Meyer, Drieky gets a look at the map, sees the pendant on ice and the 5-6 crystals, and goes, "Oh shoot." So I don't know. It just seems to me like Drieky found absolutely nothing in Pod.
Yeah, we did not see anything crazy in Pod, it looks like. So, going to be a painful double dip on that one.
A little bit. I mean,
But depending on where this hammer
there's
is,
a second
Jesse
item.
still might do it.
second item in Meyer, so there's no direct progression here. Let's see if Drieky decides that Skullwoods is a place they would like to be. The answer is yes.
That's the only reason you cut that dash short there. And favorable big key, to be honest.
I go to Skullwoods. Jesse didn't go finishing Thieves Town. Did Jesse play all Overworld after Skullwoods?
I think so. We did. I don't remember us going into
We got
Thieves
the myths, so we had no reason to go directly to Thieves Town.
Town. Makes sense.
Drieky
You can-
taking the plunge there.
You can now do the trip to Thieves Town with, and end it with the purple chest run.
Yeah,
That's actually really smart.
yeah, that's brilliant.
Once you found diamonds, that's a brilliant routing decision.
Alright, so we're headed to Vitreous now. We've got 4 hearts, blue mail.
It'll be fine with a cape.
Yeah, we also have. Oh,
Ooh,
but that's not great, but it's not bad. It's good time loss though. The Gibdo decided not today, Drieky. Drieky's gonna grab a key here and probably go get that check, and it's another key. Actually, it wasn't the map. Actually, this was the map. That's a key in pinball. So yeah, they're going to go get that. Yeah, I was worried when Drieky took a bounce in the map chest room to go down to 1 heart, and then blue mail gets you the affordability of having to bounce off of a blue heart happy beetle if you need to, but not off the Gibdo.
And let's take down some eyeballs here with Jesse. making good use of the cape, being able to spam that B button, swing your sword, and the action of swinging sword actually delays the magic bar drain. So you can, in a fight like this, you can extend your magic bar quite heavily, because we've been cape for a good probably 30 seconds, and we only use about half the bar.
Yeah, it's a really good way to just have a safe Vitreous fight if you don't have an exorbitant amount of equipment. Jesse, of course, just sitting there, just tap, 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 tap.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need to do. Sit there with the cape on and mash the B button until Vitreous dies. Yeah. Or until all the eyeballs die, then you just pump 8 arrows into Vitreous and
that's a better plan.
And make him go blind.
Much better plan, honestly.
Alrighty, well, that's all we can do here. So that is another crystal on the board for Jesse, and Drieky will be coming on mitts very shortly. Depending on how they decide to route this, they probably... I wonder if you go into Thieves here, Drieky.
The question mark here is actually Thieves Town, because we've seen everything else from Jesse. And we're going to see Thieves Town from Jesse, but the question mark comes down to, does Drieky go to Thieves Town? I'm
of the mind that even though you get the mitts here, I'm not skipping out on Thieves if I was doing the Dark World loop, and well, Jesse is on his way to meet us here.
I'm wondering if we find a mirror.
If you find a mirror, what do you think with the mirror?
If we find a mirror and a small key, Hammer can be in Pyramid Fairy. Why would I say that?
I don't want to hear that.
Why exactly would I say that?
Why would you say that? Why would Hammer and Pyramid Fairy? It's already a logical Agassiz. Why not just make everyone suffer? Jesse came in here second and overtook Drieky.
It is a impressive side-by-side screen here.
That's nothing. No small key. So a small key would have to be in Zelda's cell. Not Zelda. Oh my god. What are those cross keys? Drieky's gonna leave. Drieky's not gonna do this without the hammer.
There's a lot more open to check for the hammer on Drieky's side. It makes a lot of sense for Jesse to be doing the dive, and I can agree with Death Warping out at this point.
Yeah, me too.
So
yeah, I'm okay with this play. The only thing I'd be worried about right now would be what do you do instead of this if you're not going directly to Meyer? East Death Mountain? That's 6 checks plus knowledge on whether or not you can get into TR with just that Ether Medallion.
It is, but from a sensible standpoint, you still check Meyer area first.
Yeah, but then you're seeing you can go into Meyer, and I'm not feeling that. I don't know if you dig for Meyer when you may or may not need to go into Desert.
I'm more likely going to Meyer with Independent Desert in this situation.
That's true.
I don't know about you.
The only thing I would worry about there is I don't want to put myself in a situation where Pendant Bad ends up biting me in the rear end.
Yeah, but Crystal Good is a good thing sometimes.
ABCD, can Meyer be done faster?
Only really if you find the silvers or another sword. Or the fire rod.
And if you get any of those items... You saw there was nothing in... I don't usually see that dash. You saw there was nothing actually in Misery Mine.
Yeah,
It was the book.
It was empty.
That's about it. Oh, I had the book. The book is not nothing.
The book is Desert.
The book is Desert. I would be slightly concerned about Desert, just because of where it fits in the logic chain, but that's about it.
The Ice Rod.
Boy, oh boy, that's actually not terrible. Because Drieky's not skipping that.
No.
Might be a little bit before Drieky gets to that, but it's not the hammer. That also means that Blind cannot have the hammer, and Pyramid Fairy is dead for hammer.
Correct. Which means our hammer is on Dark Death Mountain, probably.
Yeah, that's why I would run for Dark Death Mountain over Meyer, just because of density of checks. And higher likelihood of volatility that the game gives me something else to do.
I still think we're going to see Meyer first.
If it's not Dark Death Mountain, then I go do Meyer anyway. You might. They are yours. I haven't I played exactly one game with Drieky in the last so long, and it was a cross hunt for the main tournament.
Yeah, I do think we're going to see Meyer first because, from a common sense standpoint, it's the faster couple of checks if you get locked out, and it gives you the information that you need. We're getting King's Tomb.
We're getting
though.
King's Tomb. We haven't seen King's Tomb.
We have
yet.
not seen King's Tomb.
Well, Jesse hadn't had a reason to do King's Tomb yet. Jesse does have blind taken care of, though. That's a 5-6 crystal. The
Those are
flippers are in
flippers.
King's Tomb. Oh boy.
Okay.
What does that do?
What does that do for us?
Can't go into ice.
Can't go into ice. Can't go into swamp. We need a mirror or a fire rod to get into ice.
Well, they're required either way, so it's not the worst thing. Jesse grabbing the purple chest, saving and quitting.
Flippers get us nothing right now. We've already done the flipper checks.
The thing is,
It gets us the bug
that's
nut.
in a spot. That gets us the bug nut.
Am I wrong?
The fillet.
Am I wrong?
No.
Okay. But from a progression standpoint, the flippers don't get us anything. Purple chest from Jesse. Here's some Meyer. Purple chest is nothing.
I'm of the mind you got to do something different if you're going to keep chasing Jesse's tail this entire race. I'd like to see some divergence. It's probably one of the more ways to be competitive going forward here, especially since now you're behind at back at Thieves Town.
I mean, we're playing random and we're doing common sense standpoint, and these are sensible plays.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with either play. Whereas Jesse's just kind of bulldozing it right now.
It mostly comes down to that early Eastern play paid out big. Early fluke, an early hook shot meant that we were able to one-shot the... And the other big one was not wanting to turn in that mushroom from Drieky.
Well, they still turned in the mushroom
They didn't want to, though, so they went to pod first.
and got the powder. I mean, we did get powder and pod. We still don't have the means to check the powder.
Correct.
Not yet until we see either the hammer or a mirror. And in fact, if not the hammer up here, I'd be willing to bet we have a mirror. That's the fire rod. Oh.
Ooh, if you get a hammer, you can get into TR.
We're actually not too far out from Nomo based on this. Yeah.
We're a mirror and a hammer.
And a Bombos
And-
medallion.
no.
No, Bombos is...
The Malpos is right there.
Yeah, so Jesse's going to go get that. Yep, I forgot that that was there.
So, if we find a mirror, we're in hammer go mode. Fire
Thanks, I
rods
hate
our
it.
progression.
The only thing we need the hammer for right now is a nice bottle.
We need the hammer
This
for
opening
helmet.
TR and helmet. We need the hammer for helmet. It's not here. The fire rod is our progression.
Our
We have
progression-
two items behind Moth.
Our progression
Or
is
with Moth, rather.
Our progression is at Skullwoods.
It could be an ice palace.
Yes, it could.
Just giving you bad places for the hammer to be. How do you feel about hammer and ice palace, man?
That is the face.
That is a half-hearted smile, grin, hee-hee that I just got from our tracker. Oh, we're going to Misery
We're in
Woods.
Misery Mire.
We're going to Misery Woods.
We're in Skullwoods.
Is that like the other
We're
day
in
when I said
Skullmire.
all bosses were landmen? It was your race. I was calling everything landmen. There's 3 of them.
I actually haven't watched a pack.
I wasn't on comms. You can
I
play
know.
Clearmouth and Telephone.
Clearmouth and Telefar.
Telephone. I can speak English, I swear.
It really doesn't take much to break you, does it? Anyways, going to the back of Skullwoods here pretty quick.
Break myself, to be honest with you. The fire rod's a big deal. It's a
is.
crystal that we can clear.
It's also the only checks I can think of that we have left, other than King's Tomb.
Well, I mean, you do the crystal dungeon before King's Tomb, right?
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
And then
That depends on what we find in here. These are the last 2 checks the 2 of us haven't seen yet.
we haven't seen Ice Palace yet.
That's because the player who has the flippers to put in logic doesn't have fire rod yet.
He could still do it, and then he won't. He won't skip King's Tomb. Jesse's very good at tracking his logic.
Yes, he is.
Jesse is very, very good.
Jesse is, I'd say, one of the stronger players to come from the 2020 generation.
Yeah, the 2020 non-mentored generation. Hello. Two of us, too.
Yep. But Jesse is an incredibly strong runner, so there's a reason we won Call's race.
To get to that this far, you have to actually, like, whether you played a couple games or all 5 games, there is a lot of adversity in this tournament. It's a live tournament, it's a cash tournament. There's a lot of pressure, especially if you get to go play on stage, if you've never done something like that before. Like someone like Ikir, who's already been on stage like 4 times being restreamed, versus someone like Drieky, who's never done an in-person, face-to-face race.
Mm-hmm. No, this has been...
Nerves are real. Also, it's not Moth.
So that means it's the bridge chest.
Or it's Ice Palace.
Right.
I'm going to keep saying that.
I keep forgetting we have
Hammer
the
and
flippers
Ice Palace
thing.
is a thing that can happen.
No, it's not. It doesn't exist.
The Hammer or the Ice Palace?
There's an Ice Palace in this game?
There's a hammer in this game?
We're playing a game?
We're not playing the game.
They're playing the game.
Last I checked.
Is this real life?
Where's this fantasy?
We're not singing anymore on Punch.
We're not singing it. We're being matter of fact. I really don't want RIAA after us, though. It's not the bridge chest.
It's
Ice Palace.
Seed's broken.
Seed's broken. Reroll.
We don't... There's no Ice Palace in this game.
Only Zool.
Where are we going? Wait, where are we?
Going to heck if we don't change our ways.
Wait, where are... We're going to pod.
Oh, Jesse's going to pod. Yeah, it's a density play. Jesse hasn't been. We can go see the powder and pod again. And we still can't do anything with it. And Drieky is going to desert. Oh,
We have the book. We
it's
forgot about
desert.
all this talking. What is this dungeon?
It doesn't exist. You said it's a pendant dungeon. Pendant bad.
No, I did not say pendant bad.
you were implying.
I did not say pendant bad. I said crystal good. There's a difference.
Crystal good implies pendant bad, and is objectively incorrect.
Well, then you're saying that crystal is not good.
Green pendant good. Hammer on green pendant bad.
I'm waiting for the giant vaudeville cane to come in and just pull the two of us off the camera.
Give Min the mic.
That sounds...
Like a great idea. Although she's currently bottoms-upping a Red Bull, so
Yeah. Alright, small key in the map chest here.
might be a
for the
bad
record.
idea. Yep, and a small key. We already knew about that one. There's the map. A small key locks.
We're
the
gonna
map.
see what's in pod finally.
Yeah, all of nothing.
Yes, but we're gonna see it now.
The hammer's a desert.
That's good.
Ah, it's so good for Drieky. It's also bad.
We need the ice rod out the lot. That's gonna make going to thieves better.
Yes.
So
Oh,
that'll
it
get the ice
does.
rod.
Well, it puts thieves into logical thought for
We
Drieky.
need a mirror for
yeah,
go mode.
Mirror's go mode.
No,
Mirror's
we-
no mode. Excuse me.
Mirror no
Just
mode.
Jesse still needs to get the flippers. Jesse needs to get the flippers. Drieky needs to get the fire rod off the mountain. Oh, that's kind of gross, actually.
It is.
But has a reason to go checking Ether and Hera now, which
The ideal
Could
situation right now is going to
burn.
the mountain before thieves. That's a shield. We don't know.
there's
if
the
we-
save and quit. Let's go. Save
mean,
and quit. Let's go.
I mean, one item on green pendant. That's a very slow turn, and we don't have mirror turned into a pod.
I'd like to see Drieky put off the mountain as long as possible right now, because that hammer unlocks quite a bit. There's the flute. The flute is going to 3, I'm going to imagine. Yep, we're going to clear thieves, because that's what
mean,
you do in
it's-
this situation. We're going to check the bottle first. No, the bottle, the magic bag, the powder. That's been sitting in our inventory since we did pod.
What don't we want to see on Magic Map?
I'm going to say we don't want to see them. Is there anything that Drieky wouldn't want to see?
The mirror.
Do you think Mirror puts us in a bad situation?
We'll dig
We dig
swamp before
swamp,
doing
yeah.
mountain.
Oh.
Oh no.
And at 53 minutes and 18 seconds, chat, we are in no mode.
That's probably not good for Drieky. Because again, I think they're going to fully dig.
It depends on what they do with it, because
Swamp
we know where
Palace.
Bombos is. We know where Ice Rod is. They're going to do thieves before they leave the area. Period.
The bombos actually might save us here because if they remember
Because they have to
bombos
go
are floating around,
because they're going to get the ice rod here.
In the same
Yeah, because Drake is actually
Ice
in great
Palace is
shape
pendant.
here. Yeah. No, Drakey's actually in great shape.
Ice
here.
Palace is pendant. They
It
won't
is.
have a reason to go up and get bombos.
They won't have a reason to forget Bombos because they're going to look at what TR is. They've already seen Bombos, but they haven't been to Dark Death Mountain yet, and that's where
But-
your Fire Rod is.
The thing I'm saying here, I think it's a bad thing because with Ice Palace being pendant, they don't have a motivation to look for a fire source before Swamp.
I disagree. They're going to do Swamp, they're going to dig Swamp, but... Yeah, okay, we knew that. But
I don't know if it's a good thing that we're going. It really depends on where Flute goes. That is a 3. We're doing Thieves. If they go to Swamp, I think there's a little trouble. Because I think Jesse's going to be guaranteed. Jesse is guaranteed going to skip most of Swamp at this point. I think he's able to get out.
yeah, because Jesse's likely to see...
Jesse's in.
Here's
Jesse's
he
in
might
Hammer.
get,
And
he might get the
Jesse's in Hammer Mirror Go mode. He's going to Go mode Swamp regardless.
the flippers. He might go to Ice.
No.
It's no, you don't think so? You don't flute to 8 with both Fire Rod and you don't have Hammer.
No, you don't have Hammer.
He might still go to Desert.
Oh, he goes to Desert, absolutely. That'll give him his Hammer.
I'm just trying to think what could possibly be different for Drieky here. Both players have to double dip Pod. Drieky still has to double climb. Here's that flute. Where are we going? Probably 6. Yep, here comes the Desert play for Jesse.
I'll get Jesse a Hammer.
Now, what you decide to do with that hammer, you also have the green pendant to think about, too.
Jesse actually has one other thing, though. Jesse knows where Bombos is.
Right, and
Jesse can full clear. And Crystal good.
full clear what?
Turtle Rock.
Oh, yeah. Jesse doesn't have the mirror.
Turtle Rock is a more enticing play than going to Magic Bat.
You can't get into You can get into Turtle Rock with this. You
Oh,
need
but
the
except the
bombos. You need
bombos
the mirror for
on the float.
bombos.
We need mirror.
Yeah.
I'm- Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Listen to who?
Who are you?
Friends, if you've ever watched a game of this before, you're probably seeing what's going on the screen and going, wow, these guys are pretty good. Hey, if you think they're pretty good, give Drieky and Jesse a follow on twitch.tv.
We probably still have to. There's probably an R command in the chat. We just don't have chat up.
Yeah, if you're yelling at me, please let me know in DM. I take all hate mail and probably go, oh, wait, what?
So that hammer is probably going to lead to clearing.
The hammer's why I'm worried about ice.
Yeah,
The ice rod's great for Drieky, though.
I don't know what. The problem is, Jesse needs to get flippers and mirror.
Flippers are
And
in
flippers
a
are in Kingston.
spot.
It's not a bad spot.
Right, it's not a bad spot, but it's still a spot. Because if he goes...
If he gets the mirror first, he's in trouble.
He could also still go ahead and do green pendant here, and then go back and clear helmet.
Which wouldn't be surprising.
That's what it looks like he's going to do.
Yeah.
It's a defensive play, because there could be anything on GP. It could be a sword, it could be silvers. There's not much else we could really see here.
But I think if finding mirror before flippers is bad for Jesse, because at that point, the mirror lets you absolutely get into TR.
Right. And then you go digging TR looking for... Because when are you going to do Graveyard Ledge Kingstone? You've already done Smith Chain. You've already looked at Bombos...
Pyramid Fairy.
Pyramid Fairy. You know, that's a good call. You know, that's actually a really good call, because that's 5/6, number 2 out of...
Thievestown.
Thievestown. Or, no, Pod. He's going to Pod. No.
He's doing Pyramid Fairy.
You can't do Pyramid Fairy without the Pod Crystal? Wasn't Pod a red crystal?
No, Pod's the blue crystal. This is red. The red crystal's on Eastern Palace. Thank you to our tracker. Our tracker is still human, and humans make mistakes.
Speak for yourself. I'm only part human.
Only a part-time human.
The other half of the time, I'm nonsense.
I was gonna say the other half of the time I'm asleep, so. Anyways,
I love doing the hook dash strats with a follower like this.
Oh, absolutely, it's fun.
Oh, Mirror's going to make Drieky go. Well, Drieky's still going to go into Swamp, but that's Drieky's looking for Fire Rod and does not know it but Bombo. So honestly, the more Drieky gets done in the lower world, the less it hurts to do TR. Although we still need to come down to do Swamp, so it's an extra climb. But both players have the extra climb.
We need to come back down and do Skull.
Yeah, I just said that.
Yeah. We need. I'm still wondering, is Jesse more likely to do King's Tomb or Magic Bat first?
Well, right now, he's not doing either because he's going to go clear pod.
As one in this situation, with this route that he's taking, that makes sense. I'm just looking long term. What is more likely?
Which one's easier to get to? King's Tomb on its own, or you'd pair King's Tomb with Graveyard Ledge if you can. So you're going to get the mirror. That might make you do them both, and that puts Jesse in go. Because he knows where Bombos is and has the means to do everything else to clear the game.
Correct.
This is where you could start talking about, like, a sword advantage or something could help.
A sword chain advantage could help. I mean, there's always a sword in Swamp.
But at
That's how games go.
this point, with these two at the level of execution that they're showing,
Yeah.
I don't know if a sword would swing a game. Again, Drieky's going to keep digging at whatever they can get their hands on. There's your half magic.
I hate it.
That's a
That is
bad
actually
spot
my
for that.
least favorite spot, or my least favorite change in this mode. I like my half magic. Let me have my half magic, please.
Hey, at least it exists in modified item pools. Expert in heart.
Yeah. Usually because it has logical implications with Cape, especially when you have item functionality change too.
No one plays item functionality, Leaf.
That's correct, and there's a good reason for it.
Maybe it's because it was a bad mode. For lack of better
this
words.
is our swamp play, so.
Yes.
Where do you go after swamp if you're Drieky? Probably Helma. This is a swamp into Big Bomb into Helma.
Drieky gets the fast turn in a big bomb because they have the mirror.
Yes, they do.
You probably skip left side here if you're looking only for
You're looking
Fire
for what
Rod
you think
and a
is
metal. You're thinking aggressively that you only have the one medallion is probably good enough, but the other one's just on the mountain.
Here's the thing. Drieky's also seen the Bombus medallion.
Yes. So
So you know that you're 2 of 3 when you go up.
if you get the third one here in the critical path, then you don't even care.
So
But then there's still the elephant in the room is the Fire Rod. Here comes Helma for Jesse. I've seen Helma fought so many different ways now. I've seen all bombs on the mask. I do that sometimes. I've seen
you do that a lot of
a
time.
couple bombs and then all hammers. I've seen
That's usually
speed hammers.
A couple bombs is usually a Gamma Chew. So
No, Jem did that yesterday.
yeah, I'm saying I usually see that
Oh,
one
that's
associated with
beautiful.
Gamma.
Well
That's
done.
beautiful. Yeah,
That
no,
is
that was
really
beautiful.
good. That was fantastic. That's almost a clinic.
You can really see the work that Jesse's put in on his execution. Did we just get side by
Rolling
side bottles?
Oh man.
Did I just see that?
Yeah.
The bottle could lead to near
Yes, it does.
because we haven't seen a lazy kid turn yet. And lazy kid is right next to Magic Bat. In a way. This seed really did emphasize fetch quests, didn't it?
We're going to Spike Cave. No, we're not. Where are we going? We're going to Hera. We're going to Hera and Ether.
Hera and Ether.
Okay.
And Hera, Ether, Spike Cave.
Right. It's a batch of checks, especially
You
in
have
this situation. You're looking for mirror. If mirror's here, it's a bad set of checks. And
So-
Jesse knows he's in mirror and flippers go. This is 4 checks that would be likely to have one of those 2 things.
So this is actually, yeah, I see why we're routing this way, because that's 4 checks right there.
We're routing for the worst case scenario, I think.
You and I were having a discussion on that before the race began. So,
Let's be honest. How many games did Orange and I have where there was a hammer or something in Hera? Oh, just missed it. 2 more. There you go.
didn't they get the Fire Rod one last on the freezer? I feel like I did.
I don't remember. Here's the Ether. We have not seen this even read yet.
This is our first chance to get across the bridge.
Yeah, because both players got the hammer and haven't been back up here because, well, Jesse hasn't had a reason to. Drieky, if they went up here, they're in go mode.
But I mean, for now they have clearable. Swamp is a dense dungeon. They're going back into the left side.
Yay,
There's at least
10
2
hours.
items.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't the worst thing either. What I'd be worried about is Drieky going into ice.
With what fire source?
I don't know.
The palm clip is not legal.
Not in this mode, today. Oh, they passed.
They did a full go mode route, and then they're going back in for the items with the big key. That they cleared the back. They left the slow checks in the front, so they probably left compass chest as well. So I'm getting a nod from our tracker. So thank you for paying more attention to that than me.
At least someone's paying attention.
No, you were just heckling each other while sitting right here.
Isn't that all we ever do?
Yes.
I get it because Drieky literally knows they're looking for possibly one thing.
They're probably playing around the. I'm looking for a fire rod because I know where Pombos is and I can gamble on that. That's a vanilla compass game.
That's why I'm worried about Drieky possibly doing ice right after this.
With what fire source?
I
dear?
don't know. Earth plus. Why 76p? Alright, give it, Chad. I need it.
Alright, and we got nothing in the Tower of Hera for Jesse.
Yeah,
so we're going to go visit Spike Cave.
Yipperoni. And then
Luckily for you, the mitts are not there.
this time. This time, anyway. Alright, there goes the cape. Oh, look. The spikes can't see me. I don't even know how that works. How does that work? There are 36 pieces of heart in this item pool, by the way, so that was one of them.
How many?
36? 14 total hearts, 2 containers plus sank. Start with 3, 9, 3.
That adds up to 8. What?
6
So-
and 8 is 14.
No, we have. So 6. I was saying is. That
All
adds
right,
up to
Jesse
15.
is getting his mirror.
So we have to see where he goes with this mirror. If he goes to the mountain, that's probably good for Drieky. If he continues on, does mirror checks such as North Dark World,
And we've already seen a check like Graveyard Ledge decide races, ever.
Too soon.
Too soon. I wasn't referring to you. Drieky's going to clean up dungeons. Jesse
Understandable.
is going to Turtle Rock.
okay, so just Drieky has a little time.
Drieky's going to do a little cleanup because honestly,
I've stopped and looked at you after things have been said like 3 times now. This is exactly what I wanted out of this commentary.
if you never hear from me again after this race, you'll know why.
They'll hear from you.
They'll hear me go, help!
Because I wouldn't want that to lose my commentary partner. You and I do enough commentary elsewhere as is.
Do we?
No, we should do more.
When's the last time we had the opportunity to call a race?
We should do more.
Today.
When? We should watch many attorney signs for more commentary.
I mean, we'll be seeing a lot of main tourney on Speedgaming coming up in just about a week. Depending on when they get the group reveal stream. That hasn't been announced yet. But believe
least
me,
I haven't seen it.
they are working on it.
Anyways,
I mean, three of the main tourney admins are here in Hartman with us at Speedgaming Live.
we're going up in the Dark World to grab the bombos. That makes sense.
It absolutely does. You kind of need the bombos to kind of do the thing that opens the door with the bombos.
Exactly.
Now, Jesse's in Flippers Go. Drieky is in Fire Rod Go.
Drieky is in Rule of Fire mode. We need both parts of Rule of Fire.
Well, Lamp is Rule of Firing both parts. No, actually, the Flute. This is not a Rule of Fire seed.
Lamp
blocks
for
the
Aga.
Shut up.
4, by the way. If you can't tell, we are very good friends and willing to poke fun at each other, too.
I'm getting poked to death. Send help. No. I don't know why they let us on the commentary chairs together.
Do you think Rick's regretting this yet?
I think Rick came by and took a picture of it so he can put it on his wall as memory.
Probably.
Among the many pictures and moments that we're all sharing here.
So if you want to see more, Speedgaming Live Discord does have a photos channel that shows all these. Also, we are about an hour and 9 minutes in, so I would like to just take a minute to say, please follow the runners.
Yeah, follow the runners. Two very good talents that made it to this bracket stage here in this in-person tournament held at Speedgaming Live. Follow Speedgaming at 2, 3, and 4 for more around-the-clock tournament action. We've got an SMZ3 over on 4 next to us that's going on. Got some other great games in the other room. And there is plenty to come. It is only Saturday afternoon here.
We have another day of bracket races. So
Another day of bracket races and plenty of champions to be crowned. Plenty of moments to be had. Drieky going ahead and getting that mirror out of the way. And I think they are down to either the mountain or Ice Palace. No, they can't go into Ice Palace.
with what fire?
The one they're about to
dear?
get on the mountain. So here's the dealio. Jesse has that Skullwoods on Drieky.
Yes.
Drieky is going to be able to one-shot this Turtle Rock, same as Jesse is right now. Drieky still has to come back down and then go kill him off.
Okay. It comes down to where Jesse go next.
Right, and Jesse doesn't exactly have a dearth of options. We don't have a lot of options either.
Jesse has, I believe, 3 checks he don't. That at beyond the turtle rock play.
Beyond the Turtle Rock play and beyond the obvious, we need to do this one check to win the game.
No, I think there are 3 options left.
K45, which we've already
Graveyard
seen
Ledge.
Drieky do, and Checkerboard Cave.
And checkboard cave, yes.
So those are the real big ones that Drieky...
So a total of 4 checks available outside of TR.
Yeah. All right, so here comes the open TR portal for Drieky.
Is opening the portal. We'll jump back down, mirror back up with the bomb. Doesn't know it's
They haven't
Bombos.
made these checks yet, so,
So-
they're going to see that it's Bombos. They know where Bombos is, so they're
Hopefully
getting
they
Bombos.
remember it.
They just saw it.
True.
At least they'll remember it, unlike me in a certain race against that guy.
You won that race.
I did, by losing my logic. I'll also point out that was like 2 years ago. And at 1:11:20, Drieky is our first runner officially in go mode.
No, we
No?
cannot say that.
Why not?
Because they have not picked up Bombos. They know where it is.
They
but
know where it is and they're gonna
They
get
are
it.
not officially in go mode. They have to pick it up.
They're the runner officially in no mode. How's that? You
Better.
still check Hookshot Cave for a
You
sword,
absolutely
right?
check Hookshot Cave for a sword.
You check Hookshot Bomb for a sword. You bomb Hookshot Cave. You better not have jinxed this. I'll be so mad at you. Jesse cleared Lambo, right?
No.
No? You decided not to? Okay.
Jesse went out the left door and then changed his mind.
Yep, okay, Drieky knows it. They're going on.
Alright, so
It's a chase now, and it all depends on what Jesse decides to do. And you know, Graveyard Ledge King's Tomb is 2 checks where the others are 1. But Checkerboard is also faster than the other 2.
and here's the thing. Even when looking for a sword, Drieky's going to skip some of it. I've never seen Jesse struggle with Mimic Cave before. That's new to me.
I think Seed might be making our runners go, why? And Drieky is going to leave TR for last. That's a good call.
Has climb, reclaim hands. We'll look for a sword in the.
Yeah, if you get a sword
easy
on
checks
Moth,
here.
or you don't even bother with Bridge Chest here. I think you just kill him off,
Yeah.
get a sword, cool. If you don't get a
But
sword,
yeah,
cool.
so Drieky has a lead, but Jesse can easily catch up depending on what he does.
He's
And
hard.
he might find a sword while he's digging for his flippers.
But if it's on the path, and depending on this key layout, we have a key in. Drieky doesn't skip anything unless they're hell bent on doing the Master Sword into GT looking for a sword. Again, this mode has 4 swords placed. You can only have 3.
Where was the big key for?
Big key for TR.
Yeah.
Roller room.
Okay,
It was up front.
we can steal the key in this seat, and if we
Yeah.
can skip laser.
Yeah.
Laser Bridge can be skipped, so if we find sword on Laser Bridge, that could be an advantage to Jesse.
Yeah, because big key was a key, wasn't it? No? We can't skip the key in that situation.
We can steal key. Well, we got another key in Crystal Roller.
It's a key for a key.
We got the key in Crystal Roller.
Okay. Your fourth key is on Laser Bridge. You don't have access to 3 keys without spending a key for a key. Oh. There.
Silvers are in lava chests. We
Silvers are in
missed
lava-
that.
Okay, we missed that.
It's
Not a
Jesse
key
has
for-
silvers.
Yeah, Jesse has silver. Why am I seeing that now? Thank you, Garrison.
Thank you to Garrison in chat. Chat. The audience.
The live chat. All right, there's a Mothula down for Drieky. Now, Tempered and Silvers does kind of change this game in a way that it
Did we just pull a sword on?
we pulled a sword at the top of Laser Bridge. Yep, so that is all Jesse could ask for. Drieky will probably not skip that because you need the key. But they might skip the Silvers.
They probably skipped silvers. Silvers don't save that much time, but they do save time.
You save time, they make some combat a lot better.
All right, so Trainx going on a nice safe strat rather than going for the back door.
I mean, you also don't want to run out of magic. Their bottles do come empty, and we have not seen Jesse visit the magic shop. But Jesse does have an additional climb that Drieky will not have to make.
Yes. That climb is not slow, but it is not the fastest thing in the world.
Right. So that minute of time that Silver saved might be given up right back by going up now on additional time.
Very good Trainx fight there.
Yeah.
So
Let's see. Trinex does not have anything for us.
Trainx has.
I lied. Trinex has a crystal for us. Thank you, Trinex.
I was gonna say Trainx has sushi, but that could be the fact I'm hungry.
Not sure if I'm feeling sushi.
No, not really.
I am feeling bacon.
Bacon sounds pretty good. Could we ask one of these rounds to get some bacon before the end of the race?
I don't know. How long do you think bacon would take if we put it in the pyramid? About 10 minutes?
We're going to the Dark World. This is going to be a North Dark World route.
Yeah, this is good for Jesse because he's already got the TR trip done. So I would say as long as that's exactly what he's doing,
He might detour to Hammer Pegs,
He might.
which isn't bad.
Right, he's gonna run something. He also has K45.
This could be. Oh no.
No wait, he hasn't done swamp
Hammer
yet.
pegs.
He can't do swamp. Hammer pegs what?
Hammer Pegs, 45.
Bombos
Tablet.
I don't know if you make that run from this situation here.
Well, it is a possibility. You do Hammer Pegs regardless of which direction you're going, but you play one of those 2 item paths from here. And we will have to see which one is chosen by Jesse.
Let's see. Got the dash, got the hook shot out. We turn up or down. We're turning down.
All right, so we're going to go down at least to K45. I imagine in this situation where you're looking for one, you are going to finish out a Bombo Tablet. When this is the only chance you really have to go there.
Then you flew to checkerboard and your last locating GYLKT.
Correct.
Yeah. I'd still say that puts Drieky on a bit of a clock here.
There's a clock.
Because Jesse still has to go through and kill Argus.
Correct. That's not very slow.
It's not very slow.
Swamp is, I'd say, the fastest go-go dungeon outside of mere access desert.
Or ice. Go-mitting ice is not bad.
It's not bad.
Thank you, Icebreaker.
No, Specky Clip did speed up a swamp significantly. Thank you, Specky.
Yeah, so Drieky probably does not get silvers, but we'll have a foot going to GT here. Possibly, depending on what Jesse decides to do here. Because he could still go to checkerboard.
Yeah.
We could still dance in place for a minute. I don't know.
I don't think we will. Jesse's pretty good at tracking.
He's definitely looking at what he's got. There's the half magic that we saw earlier.
I just looked over
There's
the
the
screen. He does have a laptop up next to him.
Yeah,
so he's going to have a tracker.
He does have a tracker. I don't know if he has a map tracker.
He's going to 3. He is going to be skipping checkerboard, so he is going to Swamp Palace. Yep, not Swamp Palace.
Well, yes, as a matter of fact,
Eventually
he is
Swamp
going to
Palace.
Swamp Palace with extra steps.
So
that will put Jesse in go mode. And then Turtle Rock is not a quick dungeon. This is going to be a close finish here.
yeah, this has been a fantastic race call. there's a reason we want this, and that's because these two are good friends of ours.
Yeah, we've known Radical Sniper 99, as he used to be called. The handle has been changed. We've been calling him Jesse for years, so he's like, fine, I'll own it. That's my name.
I mean, he has publicly listed on his Twitch channel.
Yes, but now he has it publicly listed on his Twitch ID.
So,
Yep, there is the steal of the key. So we may see, like, they're still possibly going to look for a sword.
If they're going to look for a sword, they would look for it on Laser Bridge. We'll see if
And they'll look at the top first.
Yes, they
Bonk.
will.
And here comes the King's Tomb.
Ooh, that's
That's not good. They reset their camera, it's fine.
okay. Good. They're probably
They recognize, again, Drieky also knows how to play glitches, so when they see that, they knew it was...
Yeah,
Drieky is going
there was
to...
there was recently a clip from a pickup race where GFE did not realize that and ended up going through a broken horizontal transition and messed up the camera.
Yeah, messed up the camera and maybe sort
Messed
of...
up the collision because of it. So
Yeah.
it got posted in a Tark thread Tark post that brought attention to that information as well. So
Bye, Silvers. Drieky gets this key. I still think you might check Laser
you
Bridge.
might, but depends on how far behind Drieky feels too.
True. Jesse is only just mirroring to Swamp right now.
Also, you said buy Silvers, and I was like, buy secretly as Silvers.
If I look behind me and Sean's here, I'm going to be so upset.
I don't think he is. But if he hears about it, he'll probably laugh.
Be like, bye, I'm still here. The thing I would say would make me check Laser Bridge for a sword regardless here is I don't have half magic, I have an empty bottle. Drieky's going for it.
I had a feeling they would.
Pedal to the metal.
All right,
Floors for boars.
let's see if we can see a sword on the way to the big key in GT.
That would be great. Otherwise, we might have to give this one to Jesse. And it's still going to be really close, no matter how you dice it.
But there's still a significant. I don't know if the lead is enough to make up for the sword and Silver's difference.
No, the sword difference is a big thing right now. What? Why are we backdooring with Master Sword? Do you know something we don't? That is gorgeous. That is a no-hit backdoor with MS. Well done, Drieky.
So I did a very small golf clap. So far, it's the second one I've done because we did one for tech staff earlier too.
And that's Trinex down. That is 7 crystals.
So
Chad has a game they like to play. We're not going to see it, but if you want to guess amongst yourselves where our big key to GT is. Did we just get a big old shrug from Garrison?
Let's see if you.
And a big old thumbs down from Rick in the back row. Shout outs to all the SG staff that are help putting this on, not just for themselves and for the racers, but all of us here as volunteer and commentary. And look at the audience too.
As I point out, we've involved the audience in our restream. This is awesome. Anyways,
Here goes.
yeah. So we do
okay.
not have there's not a lot of lead here. We have about a minute lead going to
Well,
GT.
we are a climb of the mountain between these two, and Drieky is at a sword and silver's disadvantage.
This is not ideal for Drieky, but
So this is where GT routing a sword in execution are going to make a very big difference. If there's any difference to be made.
small
And
key.
That is a key. The anticipation's a lot different than sitting in a restream with like 10-minute delay going, oh, I wonder who's in the lead. I wonder who's going to win this out. Checks race time. Don't do that.
I don't have a race time to check. Okay, so
don't
Dead
rule
Rocks
it.
are rooting for Drieky.
So are boulders, apparently. There's a key. Just 2 keys. Going right.
Alright, so...
What the heck? This mountain is not being kind to Jesse
No,
right
it
now.
really is not. I'm actually kind of impressed by how
That
disastrous
is
mountains
troll if trolls. There's a key.
GG on the game on Speedgaming 4.
Yeah, you hear the applause for that. That's a game that's occurring to our stage left here.
But, anyways, we're doing tile run.
Trey Spire would be very, very proud of this play.
No, you wouldn't,
Why not?
because we went to for DM's room first.
We're still doing tile room before the rest of the.
I mean, we got 3 keys as part of it, so logically this can be anything.
Yeah, so you give this. If this is a sword, okay. If it's the big key, that could be interesting. It's a heart piece. You know, there's only 36 of those.
I think there's 32.
Is it 32?
I'm not certain though.
There's only a lot of those.
Because the answer is 14, 2 heart containers. It has to be 32 because 36 is 9.
Is that what you meant by 9?
I think so.
Divide by 0.
Not a number.
All right, don't look now. Jesse has joined us in Ganon's Tower. $50. The map and compass room, and it's not here. And Jesse's going to compass room, so Drieky still has a step, and a sword would at least give us a little more to think about here. That puts Jesse in the lead, I'd say.
At the moment, I would say Jesse is actually in the lead despite being behind the GT checks, just off of the combat advantage.
Yeah, the combat advantage right now is huge.
Yeah, that the sword advantage alone is huge. So,
And that other sword, for all we know, it could just be an ice.
no,
Yes.
it's absolutely not there. Why would it ever be there?
I mean, it could be a swamp, but we've seen all the swamp.
We saw all this one.
There's a key-locked key.
Okay.
Drieky doesn't have a boomerang, so we have to use the Samaria to do this. And now has no magic. Which, you know, that's, well, now there we go. Okay, they heard me. No, they didn't actually hear. Our runners are wearing earbuds under noise-canceling headphones. They can't hear a darn thing we're saying.
Again, the only thing I heard at the end of my race yesterday was the applause that told me I had lost, which, you know, Jem was getting ready to signal that anyways. There's a reason I've been golf clapping on applause stuff.
Of course. You don't want to give away too much.
So,
Big key in rando room. No sword.
all right, here we go. This is. Let's see some.
I mean, it's fine. You
in-game
could fall to
action.
Molder 3 times or so.
Please do not wish mishaps
I'm
on the
not
runners.
wishing mishaps. I've had some people go, "Oh, this race isn't out of hand. They could die again in 17 times." I'm like, that's not going to happen. But you could, it just sounds absurd to say.
They could die to my brain in a Zelda run.
Some players love the red boomerang for this room.
Hi, I'm some players.
So you say. So you say. Jesse's will be getting his big key in just about, I'd say 20 seconds or so.
Yeah, about that. If it's before. So, what if it's before? It's not going to be before because the ordering. Actually, it might be after that 127.40 mark. We do take the refill. We were at 3 hearts and low magic.
And again, bottle is empty. We do have powder, so if
And
we take a bunch
right
of
before
powder-
140, 127.40, 20 seconds.
Do you doubt me?
No.
How many seeds of this game have we played?
At least 7. 100.
Oh. I am a fool to have thought that you were just going to leave me dangling on that. All right, Jesse entering Gauntlet. Drieky exiting Gauntlet soon. Soon, TM. Sazek in the way, just plain in the way. What do we have to do with these landmail with only a bit of a magic meter? This is actually not good.
No, this is actually a really bad situation.
We do have lamp. Uh-oh.
If that double spin had hit, though.
That double spin hit, that would have been amazing. So we get one magic refill in the next room. Just small magic. You can see where that combat advantage is going to allow Drieky to catch up very, very quickly.
Allow Jesse to catch up?
Yeah, Jesse. The other one. The one on the other screen.
Is that a heart pack or a high value pack? Do you know?
For which one? Sazak?
For guards.
I don't think we saw a lot of guards dispatched on this seed. I think it's high value.
It's arrows.
It's arrows.
So we're going to need to use a lamp to get through the next room.
Uh-oh. And we'll have to grab both little magics.
You only need one of them, but...
Well, that's rude. You hear the sound, but the magic meter just goes, that's not good. Oh, that's not good either. Don't slam.
Okay.
All right, don't get lasered. We're fine. We're going to have to open everything looking for a sword.
I love that bonk. It's slower, but I love that bonk.
I love the fall. There are no swords to be found in Mini Helmasaur room.
It is not Mini Helmasaur room.
How?
We do get a health refill right here. So beeping finally stops. Greg. Anyways, so what do we get? The validation sword.
I'm telling you, it's in Ice Palace.
Almost definitely.
It could be Green Pendant. I'd say one thing. No matter what, this came out to be a tale of
this
two
was a
routes.
phenomenal
It's a great
race.
seed to watch back.
We've already
boy.
seen so much time saved with the sword as is, because look at just how close Jesse is. He was about a minute behind going into the climb. A minute and a half even. So,
Yeah, there's...
unfortunately, Jesse will probably take the win on this. Unfortunately for me, because I'm the one rooming with Drieky.
They'll feel just fine about it.
Yeah, they'll probably...
They didn't expect to get this far in the first place.
No.
And you didn't expect to get as far as you did in your match yesterday.
No, you're right.
So, you know, you guys hold your head up high.
Of course. But first off, we have a geometry test.
Nice
That's
triple.
a nice triple.
It was kind of a friendly triple.
It was friendly, but it was still nice. I'd missed the triple.
Ouch.
I don't know if you're saying ouch at getting hit or ouch at me saying I'd miss it.
No, I'm saying ouch for both the getting hit and also losing the hit on the previous by being off angle. And we have dueling bats.
They're petting the Dragonair plush. Did you see that?
It's the lucky Dragonair.
Right, and...
Well, the difference on the screen looks like just a few seconds, but...
dropping at 8. Dropping it at 11.
The problem is not the difference on the screen. The problem is the difference in equipment.
Exactly. Ooh, this is a nice 1-and-1 from Jesse.
Oh yeah, that's free. When Ganon goes down there
yes,
after,
but
after the double spin,
textbook
look at
1-and-1.
these trident spins from Drieky though too.
Yeah, we're getting a nice lesson in how to do that Master Sword Ganon fight, but that was a beautiful 1-and-1 out of Jesse.
Oh yeah, so Jesse does need
Textbook
to
one.
make sure he doesn't.
Yeah, please do not hug the pig.
Do not hug the pig. Drieky also needs to not hug a fire bat here. Put us in Oko situation, like Jesse currently is.
Needs to not. Okay, this cape is actually
One.
incredibly risky.
Was that a
Ooh.
2? I don't know if that was 2 or not.
That is a...
And Drieky doesn't have the magic to finish this fight.
No, does not have magic to finish the fight.
And meanwhile, that is the second set of silvers going into Ganon.
So,
And we will see the sword in the air.
yeah,
And
sword
we
in the
will
air.
see a hand in the air.
And chat, get your GGs in for Jesse RS99 finishing this race.
Jakey's got that knowing smile, and they're still going for it. They're going to go ahead and see about finishing this one out. Well played race by both runners here.
Fantastic race.
There were so many different ways this could have gone in a different way,
I mean,
like
this was so
Randomizer
close.
does. Oh yeah.
So,
I said it looks so close on the screen, but
That side
that
of-
silver
that-
location is just, it's killer.
that sigh of look of relief from Jesse.
I'm going to say Flipper's go mode save Jesse.
It did. Do they have potions we don't know about?
I don't believe so. Again, bottles come empty. That is not enough magic to finish. And that is an FF from Drieky. Let's see some GGs for both runners here. Give them a moment. Give them a moment.
Yeah.
That seat exhausted me a little bit.
We had fun with that one, so. I think we won the seed. What do you think?
I think chat always wins seats. Joining us here in the chairs at the front row, we have our winner, Radical Sniper, or Jesse, RS99, and our runner-up, Drieky. In a fantastic show of what can happen when one item sequence can absolutely change how a seed is played.
Basically, yeah. Flippers versus beer, I'm guessing.
Flippers versus. What was it?
Flippers versus Fire Rod.
Yeah, Flippers versus Fire Rod.
Yeah, Fire Rod was Drieky's knowledge of Go because of both of you being able to see bombos relatively early. Drieky climbed early, actually, and got burned by that early Eastern was nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a big confidence boost to start this race for me. I was like,
Your face when you pulled that hook shot, for the record, was fantastic.
yep.
Well, you found the mirror and the flippers. And not a sword.
And not as old.
Big one, because you're go moding TR, you're not getting silvers, they're in the big key chest.
Or the
Okay.
sword on Laser Bridge.
But
Okay.
we don't know where the other sword is. My guess is it's in ice somewhere, because we saw most of GT. So this one, it's a textbook Agassiz, because it just gives you everything you need and then says, oh, here's an item. By the way, that's not going to help.
Honestly, I got scared with the complete I bailed on Zora the whole seed. I was like, if this was the answer ever, bye.
Zora has
This
the
is
20
over.
bucks you need to buy him.
Oh, good. Yeah, the 20 bucks I specifically needed.
Yes.
I got
You had
two-
482 rupees, and Zora
got,
had
like-
the 20.
I had two 20s out of Waterfall
Oh,
Ferry, and
yeah.
I was just dying inside. I was like, no, this is not fair.
I was really happy to find them because I was 20 rupees away to pay.
So you had the stored water walk. You were trying to get the bug net.
Yeah, just because
no.
first, I mean, it's a bug net.
Unfortunately, when you're storing the water walk, you can't actually get the items in Waterfall Ferry because the lateral movement in an underworld breaks the water walk
Yeah, I
store.
kind of forgot about it. I mean, I'm pretty rusty in overhaul. Yeah, I still wanted this bug net mostly because on this mode you don't have potions when you take your bottle, so I'm like, a bug net is always nice to have a failure or two if something happened and you have to do, I don't know, Ganon, Master Sword, Silverless.
Kind of need magic to do that too, though.
Yeah,
That was
Show-
actually you showed us a backdoor Master Sword Trinex that I don't think I see a lot of runners actually attempt, and it
It was beautiful.
that was great.
I don't know if it was a faster kill, but it was beautiful.
I don't know if it's faster, but
It's
that's
easier.
the way I'm doing.
It's definitely faster than missing a hammer shot. I'll say that.
Absolutely. It's also faster than running out of magic.
It is not faster than finding a tempered sword.
No, it is not.
Yeah, I just had to go to Laser Bridge because yeah, maybe there's a sword.
I was hoping you were going to check for a sword laser.
If I remember correctly, this is both our runners' first trip to Actually, I think it's this entire couch's first trip to SGL.
Yeah,
But more importantly,
say
it's
so.
both of these runners' first trip to SGL. Have you guys enjoyed the tournament so far?
I'm having a lot of fun. Yesterday I got my first comm for the play-in race, and then I was over on SG last night for the last NMG qual, and we had a blast.
Didn't they have the NMG qual mic'd up too?
Yes, Vex and I were mic'd up with Airy and Duck, and we just talked
Okay, I might need to go back and watch
crap
that
the
one.
whole night. And I'm listening not only to my game, but also Vex's.
Oh, gosh. That's going to be disorienting as all get out.
It was great. We had so much fun with it.
We need to figure out how to do this as a casual run thing outside of the room. Just because that sounds hilarious. And what about you? Have you been enjoying?
Yes. Honestly, for the first time in the US even. No, the tournament was really fun. It was a bit hard to schedule, even more when you don't have your own setup and you're depending on other people.
I can speak to that.
I mean, since I know you need stuff from people, and I know they're running our tracker's laptop, which is why our tracker's running my laptop to do the tracking.
So we just kind of like forged this together from dust and something. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, just thank you
More than clay.
for the help and being able to participate. It was great. I knew with this race it was going to be complicated.
This isn't anyone's kind of race. But
It wasn't in any kind, but
It's a completely anybody's kind of mode. Like this weekend,
bit, yeah.
You looked at all the groups. Like I know a lot of group races didn't get a chance to be featured this weekend, but if you looked at every group, you're like, I can see 2 or 3 people who could run with this group, and I don't know who's going to win. A little thing here or there.
You don't know who's going to take second is even bigger.
Yeah.
Like, even in some groups where you're like, I'm pretty sure this person's going to take first.
Yeah.
There's like 3 people you're like, any of these could take second alongside them.
Yeah, and like one race going the other direction completely shifts everything. Like my group was brutal. I'm sure Drieky's was the same. Like we had Specs, Gamma, and myself as kind of the known quantity 3, and Specs and I are the ones sitting in the tournament, and I think Specs won earlier today as well. So like we're going into the top 8, and Gamma wasn't able to play in the top 8 or the top 16 even. Like it's crazy to think what this mode can do.
One game went another way, and all of a sudden Gamma's not in the bracket. And a lot of people probably look at that group and go, "Yeah, there's Gamma. He's the easy first choice."
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, and that's the thing.
No, that was not you. I accidentally hit Ruby's knee. So,
Drieky over here had to play TJ Maelstrom in their group.
yeah.
Which is, if you didn't notice, TJ did make through the play-in race and had a game earlier on Speedgaming.
Yeah.
Still not spoiling the result of that game if someone wants to go watch it back. But
the winner.
The winner gets
You're
to play,
playing the winner.
Yes.
You got that one.
So we're still on. Have fun.
Like,
Regardless of the winner, it's a fun matchup.
It's a cutthroat kind of mode. It's a cutthroat kind of tournament. There's a lot of really good talent at all levels of every game here at Speedgaming Live in Herndon, Virginia. What do we say here? Do we plug Speedgaming here?
I mean, are we plugging Speedgaming by saying we're at Speedgaming Live?
We are saying we're at Speedgaming Live, but if you want to keep catching content as we get these live races underway, make sure you're following Speedgaming and Speedgaming 2, 3, and 4. We have plenty of tournament action as things get towards the head of their respective mountain.
I'll say one more time, follow these two.
Yeah, please. Go follow
Jesse
these two.
RS99. Is there an underscore in that?
Yeah, there is.
Jesse underscore RS99 and Drieky. So.
And if you want to follow me and Leaf,
You can find us.
you
It's not
know
too
where
hard.
we're at.
You don't need to follow us.
Don't follow me. I only play cross keys poorly.
It's the best mode,
It is.
besides 8 keys.
We do have a main tournament coming up that's going to be taking place. We'll have a reveal stream here on Speedgaming, followed by all kinds of group stage action. So, stay tuned about a week for that.
I think all 4 of us made it in.
The entire couch that qualified made it in.
I think we could actually make an entire group out of us.
I sure hope not.
Because I'm pretty
Yeah, I was
sure.
gonna
I'm
say-
pretty sure you're Q3.
I'm Q1.
You're Q2. We could actually make
I'm
it.
three.
We could actually be a main tourney group.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
Gotta give some love to our tracker, mindless
If that
steer.
happens, somebody slap me if that happens.
Yeah, we did have a tracker, mindless steer. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right, that's. I don't know if we have anything else to say here. I should look at the schedule if I'm smart, but things are kind of quiet right now, to be completely honest.
Yeah, everybody was scheduling mostly their races for the early afternoon because now top 8 probably this evening.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
I'm just looking to see.
crowd, I have to play again tonight.
That has Oh no! Well, what could possibly go wrong? I'm actually looking. Do I have the SMR up? I don't. Shame on me.
I don't think we have.
I had tabs for so many different things.
Well, if you're here at SG Live and you're not seeing a race in here, let me plug the NMG tournament because they've been having races in the practice room and they're just amazing to watch. Great runners. The top 16 is just brutally amazing. Like top tier talent across the board. And I know we haven't had a lot of restreams for the NMG crew, but like watch those races if you're here. It's worth it. And if a race gets restreamed on one of the channels, definitely watch it. Like these are the best players in the world at this thing, and it's worth it.
Yeah, there are some quote unquote household names
Yes.
here at SGL. That
Hera Roar's here.
Yeah, Aries
Yeah.
here.
Aries here. Relkin's here. Andy's
Doomtap,
here.
Andy,
Flip Heel.
yep,
Spleeby.
Scoople.
Yeah, I think you can
I
go
love
down
Legend
the
of
list.
Zelda.
There's a ton of names here.
Yes.
That if you saw one of these names on the other side of a bracket, you're like,
That's the NMG tournament up and down.
yeah, you've got some of the best players in the world.
I mean,
in this building right now.
you had the first match of the the first match I saw in the bracket was 1 versus 16, and it's Error Roar versus Delane.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, when you're 16 is like a hit with a 127 or something, or 126 to get in, and yeah, you know what you're getting into.
Everyone's having fun doing NMG, and then you have a tournament out of it. That's what the qualifiers were.
Yeah, that was great.
So-
I had a lot of fun running those, even though I didn't make the bracket.
I didn't run it because I don't enjoy doing NMG, but I respect those who do.
Yes, different strokes for different folks.
And
Exactly.
I played exactly one game in the tourney room, and I had a good time. So
Awesome.
yeah, everyone's got a different gear to be driving around in. So for everyone here that's having a great time, if you're watching at home and you're having a great time, consider joining us here in Herndon, Virginia for Speedgaming Live if it returns here next year or whatever Fiesel and company decide to do. It's because it's a lot of fun to you meet all these people face to face. You get the opportunity to play side games or practice games. There's a board games room. There was a Magic draft going on this afternoon.
Wait,
Pulled
you're
up-
all real people?
No,
my gosh.
figments of you're imagining
You
things.
didn't see anything.
Seriously, I've been part of this community for 4 years, and I've been in voice calls like with everybody here at some point in time, and now it's like, I know who you are. I just don't know your face.
I mean, you've watched all of. I know you've watched at least
Yes.
two of us. You've seen exactly one face before this lineup because
True.
I did used to use a camera.
But that's the thing. At least some people I knew that. A lot of you, it's like I hear your voice for the first time. I'm like, hey, that's who you are.
This guy right
What are you
here.
pointing me at?
This guy right
You're
here.
pointing me out for.
You don't use a camera, and you've showed up here, and this is the first time people saw you.
You know, I've had like 5 or 6 different people go, I know that voice.
Probably because they've heard of sessions like this.
Just a little bit.
You might want to watch this back. We were a little
probably
bit
will.
chaotic. You probably.
I've got a few things I think that I want to watch back
I was
this week.
insisting this one goes to Ice Palace, and I believe there were 4 times where Leaf just goes, with what fire?
A lot of time I was like, do I go to check to get bombos just to go to Ice Palace because I felt so far behind. And Rulers of Fire.
That was actually something Leaf was afraid of. Again, watch it back if you want to see how 2 routes made a very close game look as close on screen as it actually was, with the only big caveat again was just the equipment difference at the end.
Yep.
Yeah, the equipment difference made up because you actually made Ganon first by about 3 seconds. you fell
That's
in.
what I
at
felt.
You fell in at about 120. Was it like 120? No.
Late 120x.
Actually, it was a low 130s, but it was a 8 seconds in.
I haven't run
8
with a
seconds into
timer
the
all
minute. Yeah.
Yeah, I might have had the chance if I got a tempered, but
there's always a chance because you were both rolling on low HP too. Like,
Yep.
You were.
I had the powder, and I just didn't have enough magic. If I didn't just completely eat it on Wizrobes 2.
Oh,
A
yeah.
3-cycle Wizrobes 2 is not usually how I want that room to go.
You were still going at the speed of light there through.
I felt good in the gauntlet, and then I hit Wizrobes 2, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
You
Wait.
bonked the pot. I'm
You-
so mad at you.
Yeah, you fell in at
You bumped
8
the pot and
seconds.
torches.
You fell in at 11.
Okay.
yeah, true.
That's how close the end game was. And the thing is, you've had about I'd say 75 seconds of lead on Jesse going up the tower. So you made up a lot of time. And some of that was Temper Sword, and some of that was just fantastic execution.
And some of that was tile room.
And some of that was Tyler.
Yeah.
Like I said, Trey would be happy, but I don't think Trey would be doing tile room.
Again, to
Any slower than
be
you.
my reason for tile room was really first I thought I was 5 minutes behind, to be honest.
I thought about the same gamble.
And when I started, I was like, I want to try tile room, but first I'm going to do dark magician and only doing it if I got enough key to say, yeah, there is a possibility.
And you got
there
3
is-
keys.
Yeah, and I got 3 keys, so I'm like, go for it.
Yeah, at that point,
It's going to
it
be
makes
here.
sense to do because again, it could be anything, or it could even be one of the many pieces of heart that we had.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's what, 30? What did
Not
we finally
enough.
come out to? 32 pieces of heart?
There are 48 total, I think.
48.
I thought 48 was the...
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know anymore.
'Cause
I,
you start
I
with
found
3.
out yesterday. I just didn't read the rules at all to understand how this tournament works.
What-
So I didn't know how the tiebreakers were going to work.
This is a
We had
tournament?
that. We had
I
that
didn't.
conversation. There was one other thing that really scared me at the end game. We talk about how close you two fell into Ganon. The race wasn't over until one of you beat Ganon because 2.5 hearts, 1.5 hearts,
Yep.
and you had missed the first swing in phase 3.
Yep.
So now you've got Fire Bat Hell.
Yep.
You are over there with less than a full magic meter and Master Sword Silverless.
I just didn't
Again,
try.
it's not over until there's bacon.
Yep.
So
Can we not talk about food? I'm hungry.
should we do something about that?
We should probably let this... We
Let's,
should probably
let's,
stream
let's
cut
let
down
these
so we can
final
clean up and...
fantastic people get unhooked up and we can go figure out what to do with the rest of our evening. Again, plenty of action here. Thank you for joining us on Speed Gaming 2.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good day, everybody. See you in the next tournament races we got going on. We have some more coming up. So...